guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Yo, let me just say one thing before we get into what I was about to talk about. Congrats to 50 Cent for being a billionaire. Yes, I'm happy for him. He deserved it. Come on now. They tried to kill him. Like, he made it. He's a billionaire. He don't want to be called a billionaire. He want to be called rich. So, congrats, bro. Okay, y'all. So let's get into this here. Yo, I don't know. I'm gonna take y'all back, like way back. Remember the story about a little girl? I don't even have to read it because I remember this here so clear, very clearly. A little girl named Alexis Patterson. She was with her mom and her stepdad, and she had another child, like a baby, a newborn. So 20 years ago, this is what her statement was. I'm just saying, I remember it. I'm telling you, I remember what she said. Yes, I do. She said her daughter was upset with her. She's 7 years old. Let me just tell you what she is. Her name is Alexis Patterson. Make sure it's right. Make sure. Yeah. Alexis Patterson. She was 7 years old at the time she was missing. It happened on May 3rd. May 3rd. The mother said that Alexis was upset with her because she supposed to have made some cupcakes. And brought them to the school. But I don't know what Alexa had did, but the mother didn't make them. So Alexis was kind of like upset. So the stepdad had took her to school. So when he was taking her to school, he went to the corner of the school, and you know how you cross the street? She crossed the street, but before, this is his words. Before she got into the schoolyard, he turned around and went about his business. So later on that day, Alexis never entered the school. She never entered the school. So they never found out, what happened to Alexis. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just didn't. And I felt some type of way like 20 years ago. I'm serious. I remember the story so clear. I felt some type of way. And, it's 20 years now. Like 20 whole years. They haven't found this little girl yet. But I'm going to read this here, even though I really don't have to read it, because I really remember this here so clearly. I really do. I'm telling you, I remember from word by word with the mom. I don't know if this is going to tell us what the mom said 20 years ago, but this is what the mother said. She said that Alexis was upset with her, and because she's supposed to have made some cupcakes, because they was having something at her school, and the mother did not make them because Alexa had did something or whatever, but she let the stepfather with the baby walk her to school, and he walked her, but he didn't walk her all the way. So he just turned around, how you cross in the street. He just turned around and went about his business before he even seen her get into the schoolyard, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of weird for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I felt that was kind of shaky. All of that was shaky to me. I'm going to be real with you. All that, they were saying a whole other bunch of stuff that, I don't know. They were saying a whole bunch of stuff allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, the mother is still looking for her daughter. So, let me just read this here, y'all. Plus, they took a lie detector test. They said the mother passed and the boyfriend failed. So, in court, the lie detector test is not admissible in court. So, let's read it. Alexis Patterson has been missing over 21 years. She was only 7 years old when she was last seen on her way to school at High Mount Elementary School in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on May 3rd. That's right, 2002. I never forget this. her stepfather, LaRon Bogatis, said he watched her cross the street to her school on the day she disappeared, but she never made it to any of her classes, according to Milwaukee's journal. Students report seeing her crying on the playground before and after school, but she did not attend school. After that, nobody ever saw or heard from her. Wait, hold up. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. What they say, like that did not happen. That did not. That does. Come on, y'all. Come on. Think about it. The kids said they saw her crying before she went to the school on the playground and after school. This is impossible. She just stayed on the playground through the whole school hours from, what's that, 8 o'clock until 3:15 to 3 o'clock. That doesn't make any sense. So I really don't know what's going on here, but that doesn't make any sense. Sorry. Okay, at the time of the disappearance, Alexa lived with Ayanna, that's her mother, and LaRon, that's her stepfather. Her mother and stepfather in Milwaukee. Their residence was only 1 block from the school where Alexis was a first grade student, according to the Charlie Project. When Alexis didn't come home from school that day. See, that's another thing, okay? I'm just picking, y'all. All of this here, we just picking. We ain't blaming nobody. We ain't saying nothing. Okay, they said when Alexis did not come home from school. So, Alexis needed somebody to take her to school, but she didn't need nobody to bring her home from school. Her mother and stepfather realized something was wrong and reported her missing. Until then, they thought she had been in class all day. Her stepfather initially thought Alexis didn't go to classes because of the argument with her mother. Okay? Now see, y'all stay with me now. Y'all stay with me. You asked him to take your daughter to school, but when she didn't, show up from school, she didn't come home from school, you was alarmed, of course. But my thing is this: why somebody had to walk her to school, but nobody had to bring her home? That doesn't make any sense to me. If she's 7 years old, and they say she lived 1 block. I get it. I do get that. But my thing is, why did somebody have to bring her to school, and then somebody don't have to bring her home? You could come home, but you don't have to. It got later. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, let's finish reading, because I remember this here clearly, y'all. So this is a little different. So, like I said, excuse me. The boyfriend said he think that she didn't come home because of the argument she had with her mom. ABC News reported that the boyfriend said, I feel that maybe she walked off. She was mad because we didn't let her take her cupcake. Didn't I tell y'all? I remember this so clearly. She was upset about the cupcake. They was having some type of function in the school, and she was gonna bring some cupcakes. Yes. I didn't even have to read it, because I'm telling y'all, this is in my head. I would never forget this. Cupcakes to school for her snack day, because her homework wasn't done properly, and that was her punishment. Maybe she walked off and somebody may have picked her up. But going back to, okay, that's what the boyfriend is thinking. You understand? He said that's what he's thinking, that, you know, maybe somebody picked her up or whatever. But remember, the kids said they saw her crying that morning in the playground and after school in the playground. If Alexis did not walk off, that was very unusual for the child. She had no history of a runaway. In fact, she had perfect attendance before she went missing. Perfect attendance. The boyfriend was questioned extensively. He had a criminal background and failed his polygraph, according to Milwaukee's Journal. He and Alana Patterson divorced in 2005. He died in 2001. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought about the trip. I was about to say, what the hell? He died, y'all, in 2021. In apparent drug overdose. At the time of Alex's disappearance, authorities conduct an extensive search for her, and the community also became involved, driving searches the lagoons at Washington Park while the park itself was searched. No evidence was found during any of the extensive search of surrounding areas. On May 14, 2002, investigators revealed that Alexis' disappearance under suspicious consequences. Yes. I thought so too. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, it just didn't make no sense to me. Like, okay, you upset with your daughter, you understand? And because, you know, she didn't do her homework, and you said, listen, you're not gonna bring the cupcakes and whatever to the school or whatever. And you asked your boyfriend to take, you know, matter of fact, she had a little baby now. She had just had a baby. I don't know if they're going to mention that, but she did just have a child. She had another child. He took the baby with him, and he said he took Alexis. This is what he said. And he said he did not watch her get in, you know, the gate of the school. But my thing is this here. 21 years ago, even if, you know, he's saying that he did not watch her get into the schoolyard, how fast did he come back? You know what I'm saying? From walking, remember they said it was only one block. So how fast did he come back from the one block to back home? Did the investigators, you know, think about that? Because one block is one block. Like, it's a block. So he should have been back within 3 minutes. Because he has your newborn baby with him. And he has, you know, he took Alexis to school, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all, like, y'all think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all heard me from the beginning. I said it started with the mother. She had an argument with her daughter, 7 years old, and about the cupcakes. And he's supposed to have took it to school. He came back. I don't know. So let's finish reading, because it's not much more, but I'm gonna let you see a video. At the time, okay, let's get back. This is okay, y'all. He passed away in 2021 of overdose. At the time of Alexis' disappearance, authorities conduct extensive search for her. Community also become involved. Divers searched the lagoon at Washington Park, while the park itself searched. No evidence was found during any of the extensive searches of the surrounding areas. Alana Patterson is the mom. The mom had never gave up hope that one day she'll find her daughter again. Born on April 4th, 1995, Alexa would be right now today 28 years old. In 2016, there was hope that a woman living in Ohio may be the missing girl, but the DNA test proven that was wrong. Reported Fox News, Milwaukee, that hasn't stopped Alexa's mother from hoping she come home. I'm not giving up ever. I'm not giving up. The mother told the network in 2002, Alexa's mama coming for you, and you know it. Investigative reporter Gina Barton had brought fresh attention to the case by choosing to cover it for the 2023 season on her podcast, Unsolved. She wanted to find out what happened, and she told Milwaukee's Journal, where she used to work for 2 decades, that she was working on a project about missing children investigation when it comes to children of color. And I thought that maybe we could learn some lessons about the topic from Alexis' case. The Milwaukee department says that anyone with information, call 414-935-7360. Okay? Now, I didn't even have to read that because I already know. I didn't know he died, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know he died. I just feel, as a mother, you know what I'm saying? As a mother, if he took my child to school, I mean, if he took her to school, is it a normal thing that he usually take your child to school? Or either you take the child to school? I don't know. One of y'all was taking the kid to school, because why would that day all of a sudden you want to take the kid to school? The man is the guy is taking the kid to school, his stepfather. You understand what I'm saying? But it don't make no sense to me. It just so happened there was an argument that day. You asked him to take her to school, and then she didn't come home from school. She needed somebody to take her to school, but she don't need nobody to bring her home from school. I don't know. I just find this case is very weird. But the mother passed her polygraph, and he failed. You understand? But that's still not telling us anything, because I don't know how long it took him to get to the school, 1 block, and get back home. Only she would know that. You know what I'm saying? 1 block. How long did it take? Did he take too long? You know what I'm saying? I mean, other things happen between the lines here. I'll tell the story another time. But I want y'all to see this here report, because some things happen. People were throwing all kinds of notions out there, whatever. I just felt the strain from the minute I heard it. I wasn't going for it. I was like, I don't care. I'm a mother, and I know that, I just would know. I just would know. I'm sorry. You said a block. How long did it take your boyfriend to take her to school and come back? And what is the point of taking her to school when you're going to only walk her right here and then turn your back on her? You know what I'm saying? What is the purpose of that? It seems like he ain't never been walking her to school before, because what make you just, that's not what no daddy do. A daddy makes sure he crossed the street with you. You're 7, first of all. You understand? If you have somebody taking you to school, they cross the street with you. That's the purpose of them taking you to school. They cross the street, take you to the yard. You understand what I'm saying to you? They take you to the yard and let you go on, with your friends and go play. But it didn't make no sense that the kids said they saw her crying in the morning and then crying after school. I don't believe that, because that's no way in hell that she was outside the whole period of school from the morning to the afternoon. That doesn't make any sense. So the kids maybe had the day, kind of twisted up. You know what I'm saying to you? But then y'all have to understand that I remember them saying that there was a man around the area. A strange man. But guess what, y'all? Guess what happened then? The other little girl got kidnapped. Smart got kidnapped. So it was like Smart and this little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Smart was a big, that was a big case. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though the little girl case was a big case. It's like, they just don't, when it comes to, black and brown, they don't put all themselves into it. You know what I'm saying? So now they want to open it up. I mean, they want to open up the case like right now. It's been 21 years. I hope she keep looking, because, I mean, they found Smart. They found her. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I want y'all to see the video. Okay, just wait for it, y'all. So anyway, y'all, hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. But watch for the video. Interesting.
Alexis was the only child for many years. She loved to be around other kids. She always said she had this friend and that friend, like everybody was her friend.
Alexis was very smart. She loved coming to school. She loved doing art, science. She liked all that stuff.
She never, ever missed school. I'm looking out the window because I normally see my baby walk. I watch my baby come home every day. So I ran across the street to the school. And when I went to the school and I asked Miss Rulin, "Where's Alexis?" She turned around and she looked at me. I'll never forget her face. She said, "Alexis didn't come to school today." I said, "What?" And she said, "Alexis didn't come to school today." I don't know what was going through my head. I just wanted my baby.
If you've been waiting. I started working at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel in May of 2002. My first day was a Monday, and Alexis Patterson had disappeared the previous Friday. So, first week on the job, Alexis being missing was a huge story. Alexis's case is very unique in terms of missing children because nobody saw what happened. It's like she just vanished out of thin air.
There was a frenzy approach of there's someone missing in our community, a young one. We're going to put all the effort, the work, hold no stops. The department took it very seriously.
The officer came to my house and he took the police report. And then other officers came and detectives came. And then they said that she probably ran away. And I told the police my daughter didn't run away.
They thought maybe she ran away. The police, like, she didn't run away. She wasn't that type of child that would run away.
I thought someone took my daughter. I know someone took my daughter.
Everything anecdotally that I have heard and everything that experts have told me has shown that missing Black children are more likely to be labeled runaways than missing white children.
Salt Lake City is consumed by the disappearance of a teenage girl.
A massive multi-state manhunt is underway.
14-year-old Elizabeth Smart is still missing.
About a month after Alexis disappeared, Elizabeth Smart disappeared from her home in Utah. Elizabeth Smart's case hit national news almost immediately.
How could it happen right in her own bedroom in an affluent community? Who could have done this?
Within 24 hours of her disappearance, her family members were on at least 3 national cable news broadcasts.
Elizabeth, if you're out there, we're doing everything we possibly can to help you.
Although the local media really covered Alexis's case a lot, the national media didn't. Alexis's story didn't make the national news until 6 weeks after she had disappeared. And it's important for the national media to get involved because when people go missing, they don't necessarily stay in the same city that they were taken from or that they disappeared from. Not long after Alexis and Elizabeth disappeared, the late PBS reporter Gwen Ifill coined the term missing white woman syndrome. Beautiful, usually blonde, attractive white women get a lot more media attention than Black women and girls who go missing. I can name several white women who have gone missing in the past 20 years. Natalie Holloway, Lacey Peterson, Gabby Petito. They're all over the news. And how many missing Black women or girls can we name who are missing? All the research that I've seen and all the experts that I've talked to have said that white girls are looked at as helpless and as victims and as people in need of protection, whereas Black girls are adultified and looked at as responsible for their own disappearances in some way. One theory is that the police are the ones who put out the news releases and give reporters information so that when they don't tell reporters about missing Black children or adults, the reporters don't know, the reporters don't cover it. And another issue that has come up is implicit bias on both the part of police and journalists. Both of those fields are staffed by mostly white people.
Elizabeth Smart, the Salt Lake City teenager kidnapped 9 months ago, has turned up alive.
I just don't think she's ever mattered because of who she is. You know, her being a little Black girl and, you know, minority and from where she comes from.
When Alexis disappeared, she was 7 years old. She's Black. Her family lived in a relatively poor neighborhood in the city of Milwaukee. Elizabeth Smart, 14 years old, white, lived in $1 million house in Salt Lake City, Utah. The other huge difference is that Elizabeth Smart, pretty much from the beginning, everybody knew she had been abducted because she shared a bedroom with her sister, and her sister, after a few hours, told her parents there was a man with a gun in their bedroom. Alexis and her mother had a little argument before school. Alexis had picked out some cupcakes that she wanted to bring to her class, but because she had not done her homework, Ayanna told her she couldn't bring the cupcakes that day. So she was upset, but her stepfather, Laron, walked her to the corner, handed her off to the crossing guard, and then went on to take her stepbrother to school. The police have told me that until they can definitively prove that Alexis's parents didn't have anything to do with her disappearance, they are not going to take them off the list. And when you have no evidence of anything, how can you prove anything?
From my research, when children are missing, the first thing they do is look at the parents. So that didn't matter to me. I just wanted them to help me find my daughter. But when you just constantly suspecting me and you're not such other people, that's where I had the problem.
I mean, if you know her, And you seen the way she raised her baby, you know, she wouldn't let a mosquito bite her baby.
We have to look at all angles and check off the box the most simplest things. And so starting with the family, unfortunately, is one of those beginning points. And until that case is cleared with good, solid evidence, and that you have individuals held accountable for it, everybody's on the table.
The flaws in both the media coverage and the police investigation of Alexis's case aren't what happened in the early days. The flaws are that if she actually was abducted, the focus on her parents as suspects and so much effort being put in to try to find her kind of left some things undone in terms of trying to figure out who might have been responsible for taking her. Because if you think she's a runaway and she left of her own accord, you're not looking for a kidnapper. You're not looking for somebody who had done her harm. In 2016, the police got a tip that a woman in Ohio looked a lot like the age-progressed photo of Alexis. And so they coordinated with the police there to get this woman's DNA, and they compared it with Alexis's DNA. The police said it did not match, but Alexis's mother remains convinced that the woman in Ohio could be her daughter. That because the Milwaukee police did not go to Ohio themselves, but rather trusted the authorities there to collect the DNA, that there could have been some sort of issue with collecting the DNA from the woman. The woman in Ohio told one of my colleagues that she was willing to give her DNA because she wanted to put an end to this poor mother's suffering and doubt, but she says she is definitely not Alexis Patterson.
The lady in Ohio has the same mark under her right eye as Alexis has. Also, the lady in Ohio has the same bump on her left pinky finger as Alexis has.
I personally feel, professionally feel, if we could resolve a case, there's no reason why we wouldn't. Is it troublesome to hear that a mother would believe that we have something to do with hiding evidence or having a case being resolved? Absolutely. Trust is a continuous process. It's not just a one-hit wonder. You have to continue to nurture it.
I would just like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting the 20th year of Alexis Patterson, Hear Our Voice Awakening.
As a mother, I cannot even imagine how horrible it would be to have my child disappear. So I can't even imagine what Ayana must be going through 20 years later, not knowing what happened to her daughter.
You know, to this day, I just can't get that picture out of my mind. You know, I still dream about it. I still dream about Alexis. I don't know, it's just something that it never goes away.
I don't even know how to explain the pain and the things that I've been going through. Just know that I've been surviving. I'm a spiritual warrior, and I'm ready to fight. Who believed me when I said she coming home? Yes, Lord. I know Alexis is alive. I've always felt Alexis' spirit. I see Alexis when I'm woke. I see Alexis in my dreams. I see Alexis all the time. I tell her, come home, baby.
Y'all, let me just say this here. Them pictures of the little girl and the lady, they do look alike. I'm saying a lot. I'm saying, like, you know, I don't know. But just let me say this here. The police officer saying that you believe that they're keeping something from, from you, about your daughter, about the lady that looked like your daughter or whatever. But my thing is this here. If I seen that picture of my daughter and they, somebody had gave a tip that this woman looks just like your daughter grown up, I'm sorry. I'm going. I don't give a damn about nada. I'm going to that lady's house, and not to, frighten her or anything, but just let her know, like, show her a picture of your daughter, like, you look like her. She says she got the same mole, she has the same thing on her finger, like, this is what my daughter had. And I believe this woman would gladly had took a DNA for you, you know what I'm saying, like, took it for this lady, for Ayana, to ease her nerves, because she's saying, like, she think that they're holding stuff back, from her. Like, you already experienced that they put your daughter on the back burner when she was missing. So that should let you know, take things into your own hand. But I'm telling you right now, if it was my child, I don't care who's missing. Smart, petito, whoever. I'm going to the news station every day. I don't care, black or brown or whatever. They gonna have to call the police on me, because that's my child, and I'm going. There's just a whole missing child. Like, for real, it's your child. Like, you supposed to be, like, banging doors down. Like, for real, I would have been. I don't care. But if you keep pushing and pushing, even though this is the stereotype that they think that black and brown do, runaways or whatever like that, they can think what they want to think. But I know one thing: if it was me, I would have been banging on doors like crazy, like, for real. I'm telling you, yes, I would have. I don't care who would else have been missing. I don't care. We both would have been on a milk carton. Me and my child and that child would have been on the milk carton, because I would never just sit back and just say, okay, she's just missing. There's no way. I would have done that. I'm not saying nothing that what her mother did was wrong. You understand? I mean, it has to be traumatic for her to, to have a daughter that's kidnapped, or missing, or whatever happened to her. You understand? And I'm not going to lie. The lady looks just like her. She said she has the same mole. She has the same thing on her hand. That would make me go, you know what? I'm flying there. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Not to go, like I said, not to go be disrespectful, just to ease your mind. And the young lady did say she is not your daughter. You know what I'm saying? But you can't take that word either, because you don't know what her life was like. You know what I'm saying? Well, 7 years old is 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who your mama is. You know who your mom is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you 7. You 7. You know who your mother is. I'm sorry. You know who your mother is. Unless you just don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? There. But 7 years old, you know who your mother is. If it was a little younger or something like that, yeah. But 7 years old, I'm just saying. I just think she should have went herself and met the young lady, and both of them had, went to get the DNA test to ease her mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be real, like I said, the lady looked like her, but you always have a twin out here. But anyway, my heart goes out to her. I hope she keep the faith, and hoping that her daughter do, be found. She would be, like I said, 28 years old. Like, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? 28. But I ain't gonna lie, the lady do look like her. Like, for real, she do look like her. It's crazy how this lady look like her. And to say that she has the same mold and all that there, like, she was like she met the lady or something like that there, but she didn't. She didn't do that. She said that they the ones that had admitted the test in Ohio. That's what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't even like done it like that. You should have just went yourself and you and this lady meet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all meet so y'all can go to the place together and open the paper together. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you know what? There's a lot of shows that's on right now that help people. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she can reach out to them and be there when she take the DNA, and y'all both open the envelope up and find out what's up. Since she thinks that they're still like holding back from her. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, my heart goes out to her. I hope she keep the faith and keep looking for her daughter, and I hope she be found, because this is just this is all a mess. I've known this for 21 years. I was on the story for 21 years. It never left my head. It never left my head because I found it strange. Everything about this story is just it's you want to scratch your head, but you can only say but so much because you're not trying to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pray and just hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? This is an old case, y'all. Like, I knew this case I'm telling y'all. But anyway, y'all, I'm not gonna put my shut up. Hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.